Chapter 14. The pirates circled us and forced us back into the house. The jack-in-the-boxes, their lids standing open, were still scattered over the floor. Jack's pirates sat on the floor with their backs against one wall. Mad Madeline paced in front of them, her pigtails flying behind her.
"Sit ye down, Maddie," Jack ordered.
"Go sit on a one-legged parrot," she replied. She tossed back her head and laughed as if she had made a great joke. Salty and Pepper took her arm gently and helped her sit down. Sean and I stood in the middle of the room, our arms crossed in front of us. I felt a little safer away from the edge of the dock, but a chill lingered at the back of my neck as I waited to hear Jack's words. He adjusted the red bandana over his long, straight, black hair. His dark eyes moved from Sean to me. His expression was serious.
"If you want to save old Admiral Jim and return to your life as ye knew it,"
he gestured with his hook as he talked,
"it'd be simple."
"Simple Simon ate a pieman," Mad Madeline shouted from her place against the wall. Chuckles the chimp hooted, as if he thought that was funny. "What do we have to do?" I stammered.
"Sail to Clam Island,"
Jack answered. He waited for Sean and me to react, but we just stood there, staring blankly back at him.
"It's a short journey if you follow the sun," Jack said. "No, it isn't,"
Pepper McGee chimed in.
"Yes, it is,"
his other head argued. "We have to sail to an island?" I said, trying to make sense of his words. Jack nodded.
"Sail to Clam Island and rescue Captain Pip."
Sean and I exchanged glances. "Who is Captain Pip?" I asked.
"My canary," Jack said. "Pip was kidnapped by canary kidnappers, and I want him back."
"So Sean and I go to Clam Island and bring back your canary?" "No," Mad Madeline interrupted. "You sail to Canary Island and bring back his clam." She tossed back her head and laughed again.
"It'd be that simple," Jack said, ignoring her. "If you bring back Captain Pip, I promise, on a pirate's honor, to go back in my box. And all my crew will disappear too. And Admiral Jim will return. All will be normal again."
But, Sean sputtered. I pictured the huge ship at the dock with its tall masts and wide black sails. "It's impossible." "Sean and I aren't sailors," I said. "We can't sail a ship by ourselves." Jack rolled his dark eyes.
"Of course you can't. Think Jack the Knife be a fool? That's why I be sending a crew with you."
I glanced at the pirates sitting against the wall. "A crew?" Jack nodded. He pointed with his hook.
"Salty and Pepper will be going with ye, and Chuckles, and Madeline. The best crew a sailor could ask for."
Was he joking? No. As he pointed to them, the three pirates jumped to their feet and saluted.
"Aye, aye,"
Salty said.
"Nay, nay,"
Pepper replied.
"You're supposed to say aye, aye,"
Salty corrected him.
"You're not the boss of me,"
Pepper shot back. Chuckles the chimp tugged at his sailor cap, rolled his tongue over his teeth, and jumped up and down excitedly. Madeline cleared her throat for attention. "I'd like to sing my favorite farewell song now, but I'm sad because I don't know the words." She wiped a tear from one eye. Sean leaned closer to me and whispered, We can't sail with them. No way! They're all crazy. I turned to Jack. Do we have a choice? Is there anything else Sean and I could do to convince you to go back into your Jack-in-the-Boxes?
Captain Pip is a lovely canary, he replied. When the little birdie sings, it sends a warm fluttering to my heart.
Yes, I said. But why can't you get him yourself?
Because I'm allergic, Jack replied. Allergic to clams. I get such a rash you wouldn't believe.
But you could stay on the ship and your crew, I started. But Jack raised his hook to silence me.
You want to see your uncle again, don't ye? He snapped angrily. You want all of us to go back in our boxes, don't ye? Then set sail for Clam Island today on the Jolly Sea Scab and bring back my Pip and stop jabbering.
I swallowed. I stood up taller to keep my legs from trembling. The Jolly Sea Scab? Sean said in a tiny voice. Is that really the name of your ship? A grin slowly spread over Jack's face.
It's the Scab of the Sea, he boasted, known far and wide.
A few minutes later, Sean and I were walking up the gangplank, boarding the big ship as it bobbed against the dock. The wooden deck stood high above the water. The black sails flapped noisily above our heads in a strong, steady breeze. Salty and Pepper, Chuckles, and Madeline followed us on board. Chuckles was hooting and grunting and hopping up and down, very excited. Sean gazed around the deck. I grabbed the rail and turned back to the shore. I could see Jack the Knife peering up at us from the rocky beach behind the dock. And I could see the house beyond the reeds.
Hoist anchor!
Salty McGee shouted.
You do it! Pepper snapped back. No, you do it!
I heard a grinding sound. Soon after, I saw the big metal anchor rise up from the water. The ship bobbed free of the dock. We were setting sail. No turning back now. Waves splashed against the sides of the ship as we began to move. Peering down at the shore, I saw a dark spot at the foot of the dock. It took a few seconds to realize it was Celeste. Yes, the black cat was staring up at us as we began to move. And over the wind, I could hear the cat's cry.
Don't go! Don't go!
Slappy here, everyone! If you ask me, Celeste is a scary cat. What's so frightening about sailing off in a pirate ship to a faraway island with a two-headed sailor, a chimp, and a crazy pirate? The only thing missing is a talking dummy. I'd like to go on a sailing ship. I'd love to see giant tuna fish swimming in the sea. One thing I always wondered about tuna fish. How do they squeeze themselves into those tiny little cans? Well, Violet and her brother are going to meet tougher creatures than tuna fish. I hope Violet's new nickname isn't shark bait.